What is your name and what football team do you support?
Skribz, Manchester United. My older brother supported United. First team I ever watched play football. But now I'm older, I realise they don't even watch football. So I'm like a generational glory hunter.
I was going to say, at least
But
you're being
it
nice.
hurts, it hurts. But you know, I love them and I can't help it.
Yeah, fair. I support Tottenham Hotspur. My name is Ross, and the reason I support Tottenham Hotspur is like a generational thing, family, like granddad, great granddad, uncle, dad. Everyone supports Tottenham, so there was only ever one team.
I read that still.
Tottenham. What is your first footballing memory?
My first footballing memory.
Bar the one last year.
My first, my real emotional memory that I remember.
When you was actually connected to
Yeah, when I
the
was
team.
actually connected, when I first shed tears for United, was 99. You know what that is, final by Munich.
Yeah, fair. No, that's fair.
In the 90th minute, I was there hiding in my little chair, tear rolling down my face, upset, and then we scored.
How old was you?
I don't know, that's sorry officer, my lawyer said that I don't have to answer these questions.
I'll get the facts later.
Oh, bro, it's Wiki. I'm not on Wiki yet, so you can't find nothing.
The first time I was actually connected to the team, I was like involved emotionally. Was probably the first game I went to, 03-04 season. Canute scored a banger. If you know about Canute's banger
like
against
Frederick.
Everton, a volley, 35 yards. Oh my days.
And that's when you fell in love?
Yeah, Frederick Canute done it for me. Who's your first favourite player and why?
I had two. I had Karol Poborski. Don't ask me why.
These are names.
Yeah, I don't know why I loved him. But I remember, I think it was Euro 96 when Czech Republic got into either the final or the semi-final. I think it's the final of the Euros, and I feel like he's my favourite player. And my other one was Andy Cole, because he's black.
A guy called Helder Postiga. Right,
that sounds familiar still.
We bought him, like he's come back and like played well against England for Portugal, but we bought him from Porto. And he was meant to be like a real good young player. And like, I don't know why, this is so weird. But I wore like players with long hair when I was younger. I think it's because Beckham had just moved to Madrid.
So you liked players with long hair?
Yeah.
That could have been why I like Poborski.
That's what I'm saying.
That's mad.
So like, as in, I saw the player with long hair and he had like the long band. I was like, yeah, this is sick. And I actually remember, firstly, when I was a mascot when I was younger, being disappointed. Even though I met the whole team, he was injured that day and weren't there. And then another time, now this is getting weird. When I left in like year 3, year 4, it was around the time we sold him because he'd flopped properly bad. It came up on teletext, Postiga leave, and for some reason I just couldn't stop crying.
Your teletext?
Yeah. And I just
you're old school, when I was on teletext.
And I don't know why, 302. And I just couldn't stop crying because Helder Postiga
315, I think.
Who was the first player you hated and why?
I hated Henry. I remember why now.
What?
Because in secondary school, it was United v Arsenal, and it was Van Nistelrooy v Henry. And that was the argument. Every day I'd be like, oh, Van Nistelrooy, he's a goal, what did they used to call it back in the day? Goal hanger.
Yeah,
he was a goal hanger. All he does is, and obviously man seeing him run past Campbell and run past Bearman and score and that and score from outside the box. So obviously I'm fuming.
Fan club.
Yeah, I was kind of.
Yeah,
I was
obviously
Yeah. So I was fuming. So I hated Henry because of that, because it's like you either liked Henry or you liked Van Nistelrooy. And my whole life has been like United v Arsenal. From when I was a child to primary school, secondary school, college, uni, FilthyFellas, all of it.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah, I went uni niggas.
Someone I hate now is Charlie Adams.
Charlie Adams?
Cannot stand the guy.
Okay.
Like, I don't think he's a professional footballer. I honestly don't think, I think he's a rugby player on the football pitch.
I feel like he's stealing a living.
Yeah, like he just goes in 2-foot challenges. Like, I've never seen him do anything football talented.
Yeah.
Like, as in, I don't like. He had that spell with Blackpool, and he's kind of lived off it ever since. Like, yeah, man, I hate Charlie Adams. When was the first time football broke your heart, or is your heart even breakable?
There's been a couple of times when Arsenal beat United, and I've been at Poet's house with Poet's dad, Poet's brother, Poet's mum, Poet. You know, and then everyone's Arsenal fans, and I'm just there sitting down, small already, feeling smaller, stressed out, no sweating, and like everyone's celebrating. I'm just there, heartbroken, fam. Like I hate Arsenal.
Be the horror.
Yeah, so this is where my hate from Arsenal comes from.
Okay. But at least we now know, for girls reckoning, your heart can be broke.
Oh, I have a heart. I have a heart, ladies.
So the first time football broke my heart was 2005-06 season. Tottenham away at West Ham in a derby. We needed like a point to get Champions League for the first time ever. It's the last game at Highbury. Arsenal got a cop-out game against Wigan, and I'm thinking, it's a point. Suddenly, Lasagna gate, half the squad's out, Genius is on the toilet the whole match, and it's mad, and we missed out on Champions League qualification. We just needed a point, though. Yeah. We needed a point, and then I remember Arsenal getting a penalty, and I remember Henry putting it down the spot and he like kissed the grass or something because it's the last game and all that shit. And then the way he just buried that, I knew from then on it was over.
It's a wrap.
Like, yeah. Which team would you consider to be the one you have consistently hated the most in your lifetime?
I hate Arsenal with such a passion. Like, it's innate. I feel like I was born with hatred for Arsenal. My whole life has been like Arsenal v United. It's like dark v light.
Yeah.
You know, like the Night King and Bran Stark For those that watch Game of Thrones. You don't watch Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh, we have to cut this whole thing off, man. I don't watch Game of Thrones. I can't take you seriously.
I'm just baffled because you've aligned with the dark, but you're light skinned.
No, I'm always like Arsenal
Right.
dark.
Right, okay.
You know, so they're the Night King.
So this is between two. Obviously, like as a Spurs fan, I'm going to say Arsenal, but above them, Chelsea. I just hate Chelsea. I think the way they conduct things, both like on and off the pitch, the fans, the play, like everything about Chelsea, I just hate. Like Arsenal, it's kind of a dislike, but like in a rivalry way. Whereas Chelsea, I actually hate.
There's just no respect for
Yeah,
them.
I genuinely dislike them.
I get that, but do you think is that because they just leapfrogged you when it comes to success after being like
Yeah,
within like
maybe.
kind of the same caliber, and then boom?
No, potentially, but like as
Abramovich.
in, for example, I'm in the FA Cup semi last year.
Yeah.
I got a ticket, but it was in the Chelsea end, so I was like, do I go, don't I go? I go. Matic puts it in to make it, whether it was 3-2 at the time, 4-2. You know, that screamer from like 30 yards.
yeah.
And there's Chelsea fans before me, bearing in mind I'm the Spurs fan about to get up and leave, they're getting up and like chasing me to the door and they're Chelsea fans. What kind of player were you growing up? Or what kind of player were you?
Me, you see what? When I was younger, I was a baller still. I was actually a baller, a proper baller. And then my little brother got born, and then I couldn't play football anymore because I had to look after him all the time, and my dreams got smashed to pieces. But when we were younger, us Paul, we used to go to like Arsenal Youth Club, and it was closed to try and get in, but we didn't know how to get in because you couldn't go on Google. So I would just go to Arsenal, see if somehow we can get into the Arsenal Youth Club. We had no idea. We had no idea.
I'm being serious. I wasn't even like...
No, so me, I was one of those little fast, nippy ballers that
Okay,
would run past
speedy,
man and
rapid,
yeah,
that
very
line.
excited. Obviously, I had short man syndrome, so if you were a tall guy I was playing against, I'd be jumping all over you and that, and trying to show that I'm as strong as you are, even though I probably wasn't.
I was dirty, like as in, because I was just some young fat buck, like as in.
You fat?
Yeah, when I was younger, proper. Like so, like I wouldn't get near people. So when I did, I just clatter them.
Okay.
Like as in, I didn't care if I was going for your knee or if I was going for your neck. Like as in,
Dirty.
I was just flying, like because I couldn't get near players.
Kind of like Charlie Adams.
Oh, this is getting weird, but I like it. If you could go back in any time to your childhood and be friends with any of the Filthy Fellas, who would it be and why?
Probably Leon Knight,
Yeah.
so I can just ask him for money
Oh, okay.
because he was playing for Chelsea and that.
Yeah, okay.
Apart from that,
Yeah, because he was on big money when he was younger, wasn't he?
yeah, it's just golden. He was a wonder kid on Championship Manager, and then times I used to play Championship Manager, so man would buy him.
See, that's a couple years before me. Like as in, I only got into
Don't know
like
what you're
3,
talking
4.
about.
That's so
Candidate.
shallow.
Yeah, but I'm thinking.
You're picking him for the money.
Do you know what it is? Remember?
The guy's like 18, 19, if that. First professional deal.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd have
And
been
you're
like
wanting it for-
13, and
you're
I'm
wanting
like,
it for
hey
money.
guys, yeah, what are you saying? Lend me a $5.
I'd probably say Vuj. I feel like...
So you'd want to be with him carrying rocket launchers around when he was like 5 years old in
Yeah,
Afghanistan
man,
or
I'm
wherever he
down
came
with
from.
that,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
look
Don't
like
forget,
the
I'm like white and kind of middle class. I've been kind of protected like that.
Okay.
So like imagine,
Go to school and shoot
imagine
up all
me
the
like
kids and
7
that,
on the
yeah.
warfield. On the battlefield,
Columbus,
sorry, in
yeah.
amongst the war.
All
Like,
that,
could you
man.
imagine that? Which of the Filthy Fellas do you think you'd have beef with growing up and why?
Mitch looks like he was annoying when he was a child, especially if he had the same hairstyle. We used to do Turkey v England sometimes and beef. So Hack is Turkish. So
Do you think you can take Hack?
Hack. He's Turkish, so I don't know what the man have got. He might have like a sword or something,
That's
or one of
not-
them
that's
kebab,
not- that
them
don't
kebab
answer my
things.
question, mate.
I'll punch up Hack. So who would you get bullied by?
I won't get bullied
Because
because I just
punched
stab
him up. Right.
no, like
Yeah, you can laugh and say that. I can't.
I'd pick Specs purely because he's just loud. Which Filthy Fella would you most trust to have your back in a fight and why?
Bolt, because I've got into certain things and Bolt's had my back. I've been in a rave with Bolt and man have been outside to beat me up, and I've said to Bolt, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to
Do
get
your
fucked
thing.
up. You can either come or you can stay inside, I'm not going to judge you. And he was like, yeah, I'm coming. And he came. But then we got stopped by the bouncers and we got saved, and luckily I didn't have to go
Okay.
outside. Which Filthy Fella would you most trust to have your back in a fight and why?
No one.
Ross.
I'd go in on my own.
No!
Not like, I'm not trying to give off the impression like, oh, Ross is hard, because I'm not hard at all.
Yeah.
I'm running. But if it came down to it, only I would have the responsibility. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
yeah.
like, oh, you've got to back me because you're this. You've got
But
to
then
back
who
me.
would you
As in,
think would back you?
If I had to pick someone, yeah, I'm saying Steve-O, because like Steve-O's hench, like not henching like big, but like in stocky hench. So
He's
like,
a
as in,
big guy.
I reckon he can punch houses.
Yeah,
in
knock a
terms
couple
of,
men
like-
out with a couple punches.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, he's doing damage.
Yeah, 100%.
Big damage.
100%.
But yeah, like if I had to rely on anyone, then Steve-O. Which Filthy Fella would you least trust to have your back in a fight and why?
I'll say Mitch.
Yeah, I'm saying Mitch.
I would say Mitch. I feel like, do you know what? It depends how much alcohol he's had to consume.
Without a shadow of a doubt, Mitch. Without a shadow of a
Hey.
doubt. What was your greatest ever Filthy Fellas moment?
When I found out that Bolt actually has eyebrows. Oh my God.
Was this
If
on
you
there?
look close, it was on there. Bolt has like 7 hairs
Little follicles.
atop his eyes.
Right.
If you look at it closely, he has like strands of hair, like it's
Yeah.
pathetic, but they're
he's
still trying to come through.
Right.
But obviously, like, you have to look really close, and that's the moment. I think I fell off my chair.
I've got like, I feel like I've got a catalogue to choose from. But if I had to go for one, it'll be impersonating Leon with Mitch. Like back in series 1, I was like thrown in at the deep end. I felt like, as in, I was not ready for Filthy. And then I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I agree, Lallana is a good player. And then suddenly, like, I don't know, like, I just thought, yeah,
You threw yourself in the
like,
deep end.
Yeah, and then like me and Mitch were both just going in at him, and like the response online was a bit mad. Yeah. Finally, use 3 words to describe me.
Jimmy Neutron's twin. If this is not Ross, shoot me now. This is Ross. Jimmy Neutron's bro. 3 words to describe Ross. Jimmy Neutron's brother.
Strong.
Oh, what? 3 individual words?
Yeah.
I'll try and make a
This
sentence.
is what I mean.
of
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Nice things.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's cool. Loyal.
Hey,
And
loyalty. I'll take that. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah. That's me being honest. Like, I'm not even.
Strong loyalty. Hey, you shouldn't go on a date sometime. I don't know.
Nah,
I feel
I'm
like
good,
you're hitting on me.
I'm good.
Sure. My hands are dry. Sorry.
It's fine.
Bye.
A bit.